Hey everybody out there in Hot Rod Land, it's Phil coming to you once again from Carcraft Classics. Today showing off this really cool 1979 Trans Am. Beautiful car, finished in nocturne blue with the camel or tan interior. But before we get started on that car and all I have to say about it, for those of you watching a video possibly for the first time, this is Carcraft Classics. We're located in Cumming, Georgia. We're about 30 miles north of Atlanta. Excuse me. About 40 minutes away from the airport. Number for the shop is 470-239-4977. My cell phone number is 770-317-1415. You can reach us here at the shop via email at carcraftclassics@gmail.com, and be sure to visit us on the web at carcraftclassics.com. If you would, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It really helps small business owners like myself with exposure on the internet. So if you like things like classic cars and muscle cars like this and classic trucks, we've been gotten into the Jeeps lately, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We also sell neon signs, wheel and tire packages for the old classics, some novelty items. Check us out, carcraftclassics.com. So really happy to bring this one to you today. This is a Southern car all its life, purchased originally in South Carolina. And now it's in Georgia, and this is your chance to own a 100% all original 1979 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. I don't even know where to start with this thing. There's so much to talk about, but this is a Trans Am with the WS6 package. First one that I've had. Really excited to be able to say that honestly. These are not that easy to find, and again, it's my first, so I'm excited. So you say, what does the WS6 package include? And essentially, and Firebird's had it forever. I think it started in '78, so this was the second year, I think, for the WS6 package, but they've even got it in some of the late model Trans Ams that they've produced. And it's essentially a braking and handling package. And it was so good, the package, that back in '79, I believe, this car was voted by Car and Driver or Motor Trend as the best handling sports car, American sports car available, due to that package. Now, what did it include? The biggest thing is the four-wheel disc brakes. That's the biggest feature that you can use to kind of differentiate a clone from a real WS6 car. And this one does have the four-wheel disc brakes. It's got, suspension package, larger sway bar in the rear, stiffer shocks and springs all the way around. And another real important feature to note with the WS6 package is the wider wheels and tires. I think they're 8s instead of 7s as far as inches wide. Got those killer silver snowflake wheels. And this nocturne blue you don't see too often either. It does have its nicks and scratches. You see at the bottom of the front fender there behind the front wheel. It's got some wear and tear. The chin spoiler. The hood, I'll show you in a minute, has some checking. And certainly this car deserves a fresh nocturne blue paint job, bringing up the show quality. But as we all know, they're only original once. So I'm certainly not going to do it. If a customer buys the car and they want us to paint it, we'll have it painted, but it would absolutely break my heart because, again, it is all original. That's original paint. I'll show you around the interior, door jambs and such. There's no paint lines. There's no evidence at all of a repaint. So we're thinking this is the original paint, all original car front to back. How many times can you say that? Possibly new tires, certainly maintenance, but as far as inside, outside, under the hood, this is an original 1979 nocturne blue Trans Am package. This thing is sweet. I'm absolutely in love, and she runs and drives excellent just the way she is. Okay, some chips, some scratches in the paint, no question. But how many of them are out there all original? Okay. So this car has the infamous 6.6 liter V8 engine, 403 cubic inch. I think the horsepower was like 280, something like that back in the day. And this one's in excellent shape. The engine compartment is really good. I talked about it being original paint. You can see these fenders do not appear to have ever been removed. No tape lines, no paint lines. Core support appears all original. It's got the factory sticker on it. 6.6 liter V8 right on the sticker there. And it's worthy to note that this is also a metallic color. So it's got a little bit of a sparkle to it. Hopefully you can see that. Let's talk about the features under the hood. Power steering, as you can see right down there. Power disc brakes, got the brake booster and the dual master cylinder there. And yes, it's got factory AC. The compressor turns, it is not locked up, and it does kick on and off, so it's obviously low on Freon, probably has a small leak somewhere. We can either take care of that for you, or you can certainly chase down the problem, but the entire system is working. It is blowing inside there, and it's somewhat cool, but it's not cold, so I'm sure it's low on Freon again, and needs to be addressed, but it's up to you whether we fix that or you can fix that. But this 6.6 liter is one of those bulletproof engines. This thing runs and drives excellent. Acceleration is good. Brakes are great. Steering isn't sloppy. Car goes down the road very well. All right, let's get the hood down. Give you a look at the hood. But actually, before we walk around the car again, I want to show you some documentation I have. Again, as I mentioned, this car is an all-original South Carolina car. And the reason I know that is because this car was brought to me by a buddy who evidently is going to be the second owner if and when he registers the vehicle in his name, but he purchased it from the original owner. And all of this cool documentation came with it. Where do we even start? Got the original owner's manual, got all these product pamphlets or brochures for the maintenance schedule, got the original owner's name on the warranty brochure right there, as you can see. BF Goodrich stuff for the spare, which is in the trunk. I'll show you here in a minute. Got your GM continuous protection plan agreement, maintenance service brochure. I've even got the original buyer's order for this car. Check that out. And here is the original title. And hopefully you can see that, but the mileage on the title says 00000. Awesome. So anyway, we can put that title into your name, but we'll have to discuss, how we want to do that so that you don't lose that original title. Now, what else do we have? We've got the spec guide sheet here, or the build sheet as it's commonly referred to. Got a copy of it right there. And then here we've got the original one that came out from behind the gas tank or back seat. Super cool stuff. Let's see, what are some of the options? Gold graphic kit, WS6 right there. Spec performance package, Trans Am package, cast aluminum wheels, gray. It's got the 225 tires, those wider tires I mentioned to you. AC, floor console, bucket seats, custom interior, chock full of features and options from the factory. And also I've got this artifact, if you want to call it. Look at the condition it's in, but it's the original window sticker. Original window sticker. So again, it's not every car that we sell that we have all this original documentation, so really, really excited about having that. Now back to the car. Again, she's a 79 model, and for you Trans Am experts, look away for a minute because I know you know all of this. But for those of you maybe that aren't Trans Am experts like myself, I did a little bit of research, and in 79 this was a complete redesign. Remember, the 78 was the original Smoking the Bandit car. So the nose was completely different. They changed it to this aerodynamic nose. There's multiple changes to the car. And after 79, you lost that 6.6. I think they went to a 301. And a lot of people prefer the 403, obviously larger displacement. So that's another thing that makes the 79 redesign so important. If you want that 6.6 liter, you can't get it in model years after 79. Killer snowflake wheels, as I mentioned. Take a look at the trunk here. Quarters show no evidence of being cut. It is a T-top car, as you've probably seen already, and there's the bags for the T-tops. Again, inside the quarters shows no evidence of being cut. All the factory stickers on the trunk lid. I think another thing that was redesigned for 79 was that rear spoiler and one-piece continuous taillight, which they used for years to come. Pin straight car. Appears to have no Bondo or mud or whatever you want to call it in it at all. But again, it does have its little wear spots. There's a small thing right there. I mean, I always like to point out the negatives and the positives. But this car, again, it'd be a sin to nitpick this car because, again, it being all original paint, WS6 car, somewhat rare, 79 with the desirable engine. So again, the 403 cubic inch V8 6.6 liter is connected to a turbo 350 3-speed automatic transmission. All of this is numbers matching factory original. Posi rear end, I believe it's a 10 bolt, maybe a 12. We'll get it up in the air and take pictures of the undercarriage. Don't forget to visit carcraftclassics.com. Within 24 hours or so, we'll have all those photos up on the internet of the exterior, the interior, and the undercarriage and the engine compartment, so on and so forth. But give me about a day to get that all done. There's a sticker. A badge from the original dealer in Anderson, South Carolina. So again, she's been a Southern car her whole life. All the trim is there. Some of it is faded, showing spots of a little bit of wear, but it's all there. So there's spots on the car where it looks really good to paint, and then there's wear spots like right here, which I've seen on a few Trans Ams. I'm not sure if it's just the way the wind travels over the car or what, but it almost appears like the clear coat has failed a little bit there. Call it patina, call it whatever you want. But I just want to point it out in the video. She is original, but she's got her nicks and scratches. Again, it's got the tan interior. I think they called it camel, not sure. Here's more of that patina in the paint. Just got a cool weathered look to it. Even the bird's got some spots. But overall, again, good running, driving, original car. So whether you wanted to restore it or possibly just drive it as is, she's ready to go. Maybe button up that AC and get out and enjoy this thing. The polyurethane or plastic parts on the car, like the mud flaps from the factory, they have faded a little bit. The front's not quite as bad as the back. It's got some spots again. Patina, originality, you decide. But the car's obviously been well taken care of. Even the package tray back here hasn't been, you know, super weathered and busted up. The old 6x9 stereo speakers there. Again, it is a T-top car, which is a nice feature. Pop those off in the summertime and enjoy your cruise. Let's take a better look at that interior. We did just detail the car, so on the exterior that includes a thorough, you know, wash and wax. But before we wax the car, we always clay bar the car. My two guys, James and Mikey, they come in and took care of this car like they do on all of them. Do a fabulous job. And the clay bar is nice on an old car like this because it just brings down the high spots in the paint and brings back the luster, the shine that this car deserves. And this one needed it. It came in quite dirty, but door panels, as you can see, structurally are in great shape. Are they showing their age? Yes, they are. But still in great shape. Again, it's got the tan interior. The tan carpet was absolutely terrible when it came in, but my detail guys did a great job cleaning it up. It looks fabulous. Seats are a little faded. Again, this is a what? This is a 40-plus-year-old car. So it's going to show its age a little bit because it is original, as I mentioned. But all there. Not torn, not tattered, not coming apart. No holes. Again, it's a bucket seat car with the automatic transmission. Middle console. Power windows. Before we get in there and look at that, I want to show you the back seat. There we go. Back seat's in fabulous condition, as they always are, because they rarely get sat in, but it looks great. Let's see here. We've got the infamous aluminum swirl gauge bezel that the Trans Ams are known for. Got the original radio. Thank goodness nobody cut it up. It's ready for your 8-track. Even the cigarette lighter's still there. 78,000 original miles. 78,201 on the tack. Or I'm sorry, on the odometer. See if we can get that back. Okay, there we go. Flipped around on me there. 78,201. Tack does work. Dash is in excellent shape. It's not all cracked and beat. We put a little bit of a moisturizer / lubricant on that dash to kind of bring it back to life a little bit. Again, door panels are doing in great shape, doing well. The old Firebird badge there. Overall, the interior is in really, really good shape. Got the old 3-spoke cool steering wheel. The Firebird or Trans Am emblem. It's got tilt wheel, as you can see. Let's fire this thing up. So again, AC is blowing, and it is somewhat cold, but it's not freezing, so I'm sure again there's a leak somewhere, but and it probably needs a charge, but it's all there and it is working. Interior light is working. Perforated headliner is still in place. Up, there's a little spot back there where it's dropping a little bit behind that passenger side T-top. That's the way a door is supposed to close. As you can see, she starts, runs and idles just fine. And take my word for it, she goes down the road great. Again, AC compressor is turning. It's not locked up. Probably needs a charge. Sorry to be redundant, but just in case you missed that first time around, it is an AC car. 1979 Pontiac Trans Am. What a time to be alive. I was just 11 years old when this car was cruising around, and I remember seeing it for the first time. It was a jaw dropper for sure. Of course, watching Smokey and the Bandit, and I believe this car was in Smokey and the Bandit too. So let's see if you can see through that snowflake wheel. Take my word for it if you can't. It's a four-wheel disc brake car. She is a beauty. Power windows work, by the way. Just a beautiful car. Love that color. It's kind of a deep blue, but it's not midnight. It's got like a greenish hue to it. You know, it's different. And it looks awesome. Big seller, this car in '79. I think at that point in time, it was the hottest selling Firebird running, you know, since back in the late 60s when the car was introduced. I think they sold like 116 or 17,000 pieces or, you know, cars back in '79, which again was a sales record for that period. So there were a lot on the road, but I guess a lot of them didn't make it to 2022. But this is your opportunity to own one. Silver snowflakes, raised white letter tires, the Goodyears, dual exhaust on both sides, nocturne blue with the tan interior and tan bird on the hood, AC power windows, tilt wheel. What more could you ask for? What a beautiful car. Again, there is some wear and tear. You can see the back of the seat there. Probably could use a little dye job on that plastic backing on the seat, but overall the interior is in fabulous condition. Love the buckets, love the 3-spoke steering wheel. Again, the aluminum swirl gauge bezel, classic for this car. Bad to the bone. Run strong. Factory original GM floor mats and all that documentation I showed you before. Original title, original window sticker, original build sheet. Super cool little specimen here. Be great for anybody's collection or to be driven every day. As you saw under the hood, this thing's been taken care of. Engine's in great shape. Pontiac blue valve covers and block still in place. Looks great. So again, I'm going to put 55, 60 pictures together here out in the sunshine without the shadows where I can really show you the car, and then we'll get it up on the lift. We'll get you some pictures of the undercarriage. We'll get the interior shots done inside so you can really see it. But feel free to give me a call. Again, my name is Phil. My number is 770-317-1415. I'm the owner here. And I know the big question, what are we asking for the car? I'm asking for this car $32,900. I'm sorry, $31,900. $31,900 we're asking for the car. We think it's well worth it, being an original survivor. $79,000 plus with that rare WS6 package. We feel that's more than a fair price after checking the market. So again, my direct line is 770-317-1415. Give me a holler if you have any questions, you'd like to make an offer, or if you want to schedule a test drive. Feel free to give me a buzz. You can also shoot me an email at carcraftclassics@gmail.com. I'll be glad to help you out. We can, as you've heard me say on previous videos, we can help you customize the car. You know, light customization, wheel and tire package stuff. Maybe go through that AC for you. let me know what you want and we'll do what we can. We can also ship the car to you anywhere in the lower 48 states. And financing, we don't do any in-house financing, but our preferred lender is JJ Best Bank. They're real good with the classics. You can apply over the phone, or you can go to jjbestbank.com and get yourself approved, and they'll handle everything with you via the mail. If you want to apply over the phone, just give me a holler, and I'll help you get in touch with my rep Joe, and he'll take your application right over the phone. But hey, thank you so much for visiting. I'm sorry for watching the video. I really, really appreciate that. So happy to bring this car to you. If you have any questions, feel free to email or call. Thanks again for watching the video, and God bless America.